Well, this Evolution Academic Freedom Act is not going to be passed.
No, it's not.
Okay, so, and why? Because people like yourself and people like myself, the ACLU comes from a perspective that we want an open ground, open, fair, level playing field for all religions to play, but not give treatment favorable to one religion over another religion, or religion over non-religion. It's both freedom from and freedom of religion as far as we're concerned. And because we speak up, and we actually write to our state legislators. And if you don't know how to get in touch with them, just go to myflorida.com, key in your zip code, and you can find out how to email your state legislators.
You sure
can.
can.
And they actually respond to that.
Yes, they count letters. They look at who's calling in, who's writing in, and they tabulate that data. But getting back to ID and creationism, I'd say that most free thinkers are willing to say that if scientists come up with a hypothesis that's worth looking into and they want to include it in science books, they'll do it. You won't have to have citizens lobbying to change our science books. The scientists are going to do it on their own. The problem is that ID, intelligent design, and creationism have no empirical data to back up their claims. And so that's what the big war was all about. And I'm glad we won, for now.
Well, yeah, and it never stays one.
No, it doesn't.
You know, that's the whole issue. Civil rights never stay one. You always have to be vigilant on a daily basis relative to these kinds of issues.
And we'll just keep working at it. And that's the beauty of this country, is being able to have lots of people come to the table and have a right to be at that table. And I would fight for those people's rights to lobby, to be a part of our government and say, hey, we feel strongly about X, Y, and Z. Well, fortunately, the X, Y, and Z was proven to lack the necessary criteria to be included in science books.
Right. Now, you are an integral part of the First Coast Freethought Society. You helped found it. You and maybe one or two other folks got together and said, you know, there is no society for the non-religious. We need to create a society, I suppose. I don't know. I wasn't in that room when that happened. But you're now celebrating, I understand, your 10th year of existence in Jacksonville.
Yes, we are.
Congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Why the success?
Well, I have to go back to the Pew research poll, where we see 16.1% of Americans being without any religion. The number is growing. That's just the number of people who admitted it. Think of the people who are afraid to admit it because they don't want to upset their families. I went through the same thing. When I came out of the closet and said, you know, I just don't have a religion, and I just don't want to be religious. My family, to this day, they still don't like that idea, some of them.
Were you ostracized?
Not really ostracized, just, you know, dinner time, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know, things get a little heated. My mother, who's passed away now, in 1998 when I formed this organization, she was worried that some fundamentalist, you know, perhaps an Osama bin Laden type in America would try to hurt me or hurt our members.
Well, Paul Hill is an example. He was executed for gunning down an abortion doctor, and on the day of his execution said he expected God's glory in heaven.
Okay.
Those people exist in this country.
Yes, they do. I'm not too worried about them.
So what do you do at the First Coast Freethought? I know you have monthly meetings. Where do you meet?
We meet at the Unitarian Universalist Church over near University Boulevard.
It's on the Arlington
Expressway. We meet the third Monday of every month.
Right.
We also have a social the fourth Tuesday.
The third Monday every month at what time?
6:30 to 8:30.
6:30 to 8:30, and it's a scheduled meeting.
Scheduled meeting.
Agended meeting, and you have a speaker
every month except December, where we have election of new officers. Our speaker tonight, our meeting is tonight, or no, this film is...
Well, it's tonight.
Yeah.
We're taping on a day.
We're taping, yeah.
So you're going to be talking about why won't God go away? And
actually, why won't religion go away?
Why won't religion go away?
Okay.
And there's always an opportunity for question and answer and a lively discussion at the end. So a speaker comes, offers some viewpoint, and then people get to discuss, challenge, debate.
Yes.
And then everybody goes home happy, frustrated, or both?
Or both. I think that's why they come, for the Q&A.
That's been my experience every time I get invited to speak. As soon as I shut up, that's when they get interested.
Okay.
Because that's when the discussion begins.
Yes.
So what else do you do?
We have a book discussion group, which is, I believe, the second Sunday of every month at Borders Bookstore. You can go on our website at www.firstcoastfreethoughtsociety.org and check out all the things we do. Our book discussion group, our monthly meeting, our monthly social. We plan different projects from time to time. In 2006, we co-sponsored an evolution symposium with the University of North Florida. Very successful event to try to educate the public on evolutionary theory.
Right. You had 400 people show up for that.
Yes, we did.
And there was a good discussion. 4 scientist-type individuals who teach over at UNF presented their theories from different perspectives relative to science and evolution, and then the public was there and invited to challenge them.
Yes, and they did.
And I had the good fortune of moderating
Yes,
that.
you were the moderator, and it was a great program. It was a success. Before we run out of time, I want to mention that the First Coast Freethought Society's motto is "To question is the answer." And we've heard it ever since we've been small children, that the only dumb question is the question that's not answered. And so we have taken that to the next level. To question is the answer. And I would encourage people to keep doing that.
All right. Now, you mentioned very quickly, you said you meet at Borders Books. When do you meet at Borders
That's
Books?
for a book discussion group.
So you assign books, or people
Yes.
get together and decide we're going to read this book, and then get to and decide to discuss that book? And when do you meet at Borders?
That would be the second Tuesday of every month.
Second Tuesday of every month. Well, how do you want to sum this up? We have about 1 minute left.
I would encourage people who are having trouble with their religion or having trouble wondering where they fit in the world as far as spirituality or belief in or no belief in a God. If you're having trouble with it, come to the Freethought Society and meet some people who have had a lot of trouble with it. We're on different levels of our journey in life, and meet some of these people and find out that they're really great people. Just because we don't have a belief in a God doesn't mean we're not moral.
Thank you, Earl. I appreciate it. Last time you were on was in 2005, and I said next time you're on we're going to talk about morals. We didn't even get to it.
No, we
Next
didn't.
time you come on, maybe we'll talk about morals, where
Thank you.
morals come from. You're watching a program called Civil Discourse. My name is Ken Hurley. This program is sponsored by the ACLU of Northeast Florida. We'll see you next time.
Jacksonville, Florida. The ACLU is a private, nonprofit, nonpartisan membership organization. Our mission is to protect and advance the civil liberties and civil rights guaranteed by the United States Constitution, especially the principles contained in the Bill of Rights. We want to hear from you. Send us an email. Share your views and opinions. If you're interested in appearing on the program, let us know. Friend or foe, we want you on the show. You may contact the ACLU in the following ways. Our telephone number is 904-396-5242. Our post office box is 5331 Jacksonville, Florida 32247, and our email address is aclujax@yahoo.com. My name is Ken Hurley. Thank you for participating in Civil Discourse.